What's up, everybody? Welcome to Delray Beach, Florida. This is Jose.
And Katie.
And today we're going to be touring this lovely Florida beach town and telling you everything you need to know about this town. We stayed here overnight at a very fancy hotel, let me add. And we're doing this video in 4K resolution. Now, I am zoomed in a little bit, and I don't know if that's going to affect the 4K resolution. We'll find out. Our new iPhone 13 Pro Max has the ability to record in 4K. However, it will be a very large file. So usually these videos are about 30 minutes long. We're going to try to make this video be like 10-15 minutes at most, because 4K is a very large file. So it will take hours and hours to upload. So we don't want to make a video so massive that then we won't be able to upload it. So we're going to have to fly through the city real quick and just kind of compress all the information into a very short video. Usually we do kind of longer videos, but since we're trying out this 4K mode on our camera, which I knew it had the ability to record in 4K, I've never done it because I know that the files are so massive that they're hard to upload.
And we are currently in the Pineapple Grove district.
Yeah, Pineapple Grove. This is kind of like the center where the touristy crap is, and parking is about $5 at a parking garage, $22 overnight at the hotel. The hotel we stayed at was $300 Americanos. And it is a rainy day, so there's going to be glare on the screen. Not much I can do about the glare on a rainy, overcast day.
At the bottom of the arches, that detail with the tile.
Yeah, it's pretty.
For the pineapple. Now,
I will let you know there's a lot of New Yorkers here, and that's not the worst part of it. I'm just playing, y'all. What I will tell you, though, is that we're going to have to be honest about a few things about Delray Beach. While it does have a lot of life, it is one of the most lively places in Florida. People out and about, you know, nightlife, good restaurants. We ate last night at a place called Cabana Cuban Restaurant. It was, I wouldn't say the most authentic Cuban food, but it was like more bistro flair. So the desserts were the best Latin desserts that I've had so far. Very elaborate. So there's great restaurants, great Latin vibes. Most of the restaurants were playing Latin music last night, from what I noticed. But there are some cons of this place, and it's a little bit trashy. In the little walk that we were here 2 or 3 hours outside last night, trying to contact COVID possibly, I guess. I don't know what we're trying to do last night.
There's a lot of things you can contract here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here.
Well, the point is, guys, that while we were out and about last night, either spreading or catching or whatever we were doing, while we were out last night, I noticed a lot of things that I found kind of unsettling. One of which was there was a chef who got beat up. He wanted to be, we're eating at the restaurant, and this guy comes up and he says he wants to be a chef. He goes up to the waitress. We're eating outside, and he goes, "Hey, yo, man, like I'd be an awesome chef, man. Like, I'm skilled in the kitchen, bro. Like I'm just like ready to start cooking right now, man." And the guy was like, "Yo, you need to leave. This is not like, we're in the middle. You don't come at 7:30 at night to a restaurant trying to get hired. You come in the morning when the chef's here. Like this is not the time to be here doing this in front of customers." So that went on. Obviously, he was not employee material. He was, the way I would describe it is, he was more a better candidate for a sobriety test than he was for a job application.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he kept doing that to other restaurants, and somebody beat him up. He must have got beat up either for doing that at a restaurant. I'm sure somebody just had it with him and just beat him up. Or if he didn't get beat up, then he got beat up. But the point was he got beat up. Wow, there's a lot of New Yorkers here. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the sun comes out great. Awesome. So he gets beat up, is my point. And so that was a little bit of street violence. And I'm sure the reason I'm not even going to question who beat this guy up. I'm sure he deserved a good beating for some. See, he deserved a good beating. I'm not even going to deny that. So I'm not even mad at whoever beat him up. I'm sure whoever beat him up was probably a team of employees who's just had enough with him. and decided, you know, let's just beat this guy up. So that was not nice. Then there was this really snobby lady who apparently and allegedly, very snobby. She was inside the restaurant arguing with her husband. Like they literally got into an argument with each other. And this is an expensive restaurant. This is not like, you know, like this is
a nice restaurant.
Dude, like what was it, like almost with tip? Was it $80 before tip or after tip?
Before tip.
Before tip, it was $88, right? Something like that. So with tip, it must have been close to $100.
Yeah, it was.
So $100 meal, and that went. You know, so you had the guy that walked in, and he was kind of a little show to himself. The guy that got beat up. While we were eating outside, this dude comes up like, "Hey, my man, hey, let me get some money so I can eat, dog. I see you eating all that good stuff, man. You ain't getting a little bit all that." I was like, "Get the crap out of here."
Yeah.
So I talked to him in Spanish. And that's what I usually do when I'm trying to, like, somebody comes up to me like, "Hey, come on, give me $1." I'm like, "Hey, man, no hablo inglés, mi hermano. Yo, acabo de llegar de Cuba, serio, you know inglés, man." Okay, so that's what I do. So, in a matter of like 3 hours, you know, you have this snobby lady arguing with her husband, and she was like, "I eat here all the time, and like, you're not gonna kick me out of here because one day I got, you know, like," I was like, okay. So, for being here a very short time that we were, I would say, yeah, pretty freaking trashy that all that took place. And this morning I wake up, and when I wake up, first thing I look out the window to see, you know, if it's cloudy, or, you know, you look out the window when you wake up in the morning, and the first thing I see is like a homeless guy stumbling across the sidewalk. So despite being a very fancy place and one of the best places to vacation in Florida, I think living here full time. What are you looking at, the water?
I think there's a whale out there because
Why?
I see a big fin coming out.
Okay, you also are like freaking blind, so I'm just gonna discard that. There are whales this time of year, but you're not gonna see a whale from here, baby. I doubt you saw a whale. At the end of the day, despite being a very nice place to vacation, which it is, I would say top 10 best places to vacation in Florida. If you're thinking about moving here, it's a little bit too much. It's definitely a nice looking city, but the amount of trashiness that is here is not a place I would recommend. I've had people recommend this place as kind of as the idea of a place to live, you know, or other people that, and then, you know, if you're coming from California or something, then your perspective, if you're coming from a place that's worse,
That does not look fun.
then yeah, if you come from a place that's a little bit worse, you're gonna think this is great, you know. If you're coming from a place that's worse off, you're gonna think this is great. But if you're coming from a place that's better, then you'll realize that there's better. Because everything in life is perspective. It's a great beach town to party, and I'm sure living here is better than living in like, if I had to pick between living here, I'm not saying it's a bad place to live overall, in a broader, you know, as a broader thing, I would rather live here than New Jersey, or live here than, you know, freaking Iowa or something. Yeah, of course, it's a beach town, Florida. Of course, it's better than all that. But if you're moving to Florida, and you are refined, and you don't want to constantly deal with a homeless person begging, you know, I've never been in a restaurant that expensive and had to deal with so much intoxication or misappropriation. I don't even know how to label it.
Yeah, and if you move here, you can be among the 67,000 other people here.
Yeah, you'll be one of the great members of society. So while being a great place, I think Naples is a little bit more refined. Even Fort Myers isn't this trashy.
No, this is like...
Now, is it better than Fort Myers? You have the beach right here. Fort Myers doesn't have a beach right there. It's better than Fort Myers and Fort Myers Beach overall, but it's still trashier. So within the context of understanding that, should give you an idea of what this place is really like. Definitely one of the best places in Florida to vacation. Snowbird. But full-time living in a place that has this much activity, I would be a little bit skeptical of it.
I've seen nicer things in Panama City.
Panama City Beach is not this trashy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also...
And it is a party town.
And it is a party town.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very good point. But of course, nonetheless, it's a great place to be. And I'm not trying to talk down on the place. I stayed here. I chose to stay here. So, I mean, it's a great place to vacation. Cost is kind of high. I mean, the meal was $100 at the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And the hotel was $400. So it cost us roughly $500 to stay here. And the amount of New Yorkers, if you look at the license plates, there's a lot of New Yorkers here. You know, so if you haven't a fondness of New Yorkers, this will definitely be a place for you. Shout out to everybody from New York. If we have any Haitians, any Haitians in the house, shout out to all of my Haitian people watching. I don't know why the comments have been so low this week on our channel. They've been like, comments have really been down. We need more comments. So comment where what state you're watching from. If you want to comment your nationality. Shout out to everybody from Haiti, Jamaica, Cuba, Puerto Rico. Shout out to everybody watching from Alabama, everybody watching from New York, Connecticut, New Jersey. Let me hear your thoughts and opinions, and at least say where you're watching from. We really need to get more comments. I suspect that my subscribers don't want me to do beach towns and stuff like that. That's what every other YouTuber does. You guys want to see like small towns and more incognito places, kind of out of the way, kind of more real Florida, real southern places, versus beach towns and stuff like that. Really isn't the cream of the crop for my subscribers. So is it that you guys, and you can be honest, I'm not gonna get mad at you. I think a lot of times my subscribers are mad or scared to make a comment on my channel because they're gonna feel that I'm gonna attack them on the replies, and I do that a lot. I could probably work on not doing that as often. But you guys know I'm not a jerk, and I will never treat Katie bad. Well,
we do appreciate.
Well, hold on now. I could disagree with you on that one.
You do treat me pretty well. But what I was gonna say is we do appreciate that you watch our channel, and
yeah.
You know, if for some reason Jose doesn't like your reply or
you can just fire him. Fire him right there on the spot.
Just keep on watching.
Just fire him. Don't put up.
We're not always gonna agree, and you watch this channel and realize he is a little smart aleck.
Oh, what? Well, hold on now.
But you know this from watching. But you knew this from watching. I mean,
you knew he was a piece of crap. What do you expect? I mean, are you really surprised that he's a piece of crap?
That is not what I'm saying.
Are you really surprised at this point that he's a piece of crap?
No, you're nice. You're good.
What was the question that I asked you this morning? What would make you happy today?
What would make me happy today?
I listened to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, we're not doing that. We're doing something else.
Yeah.
But I did have the notion
to ask
her what would make her happy.
Mm-hmm. Despite
the fact that's not what we're doing today.
But he knows what I like.
You want to head up to Jacksonville?
Yes.
It'll get us more views on this.
Yeah.
It really will. It'll get us more views on this.
Yes.
What's the weather look like for Jacksonville in the next 2 days?
We're at 4 hours. Jacksonville, let me see what the weather's going to be.
It's a 4-hour drive?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know there's a cold front. It's going to be in the 20s in Southwest Florida. Did you pack a bunch of sweaters? Finally, the sun's out. Yes.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I think we got to stop this at 15 minutes, which sucks because I would love to make a longer video.
Yes.
Maybe we can make like 10-minute videos and then upload them individually.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can still do another Delray video in 4K, but
it looks like it's going to be clear today, tomorrow, and then a slight chance of rain for Friday.
This is very important that we look at here. Jacksonville in the 50s, 40s. Dang, it's that cold. Did you bring sweaters, Katie?
Yes, I did.
It's gonna be 25 on Sunday.
So.
But today's Thursday, right? What day is today?
Wednesday.
Okay. No, I guess. Doesn't look too bad.
Yeah. And they also like South Carolina. I don't know what it is about
Our South Carolina videos didn't do all that great. I would like to explore more South Carolina, but if the videos don't do incredible, man, there's only so much we could do, you know.
That Greenville did really good.
Oh yeah, Greenville did great, man. But that's what Greenville's like a Jacksonville, you know. It's a place people are moving to. We gotta check out Fayetteville, Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Yeah.
And Fayetteville, Arkansas, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
But with this cold front, I mean, it's gonna be in the 20s in Florida. Well, we gotta keep
sweaters. I brought jackets. I brought boots.
Dang it, it's already cold enough and you want to go north. It's going to be in the 20s in Florida on Saturday. What makes me think? All right, guys, there it is. I got to cut this video short, unfortunately, because you guys know we're on 4K, so we don't want to make a giant file. Check it out. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And did the resolution on this video look better? Even though it is a cloudy day, which is a crappy recording environment.